All right, everybody, we are back. You know my next guest from such films as The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, and Enemy at the Gates. She can now be seen in the brand new movie Confidence. Let's take a look.
Feel my heart. Go ahead. I bet it beats twice as fast as yours. Go on, feel it.
I'm fine, thanks.
What? Oh, come on. Will you feel my heart? I'm not gonna bite you. God, you feel good. I got a trip hammer, right? See, much faster than yours. Why am I enjoying this so much, Jake? Because I feel like she is.
Please welcome Rachel Weisz. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's always nice to have you here.
Oh, nice to be here.
I have to ask you about that clip, because we were watching that clip today from the movie. That's a very intense scene between you and Dustin Hoffman, and this clip has been edited for television, I guess. I don't know, but I hear that he really, when you were shooting for the movie, put his hand right on your chest. Is that right?
That is correct.
And that was not in the script for Dustin Hoffman to do that. He improvised. He improvised that little nugget, didn't he?
Yes.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, the thing with Dustin Hoffman, I've never worked with him before. It was the first time. He doesn't do anything like stick to the script. He improvises the whole time. So this was just one of his many improvisations, was putting his hand on my chest.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
I was improvising.
Yeah.
So that's very, I mean, it's Dustin Hoffman, so I'm thinking he has so much stature and he's such a famous actor that you have to go with the trust in that situation.
Yes, yes. And you know, and I think when Dustin Hoffman touches your breast, it's art.
It's art. Yes.
It's art.
So if I did it, I'd be shot immediately.
Yes.
So I'm not going to do it.
No,
but,
no.
Thank you. But, no, I thought there was a possibility that I, too, am an artist. No, but yeah, he's the exception,
yes.
I would think.
When I was about, I think I must have been 10 or 11, my parents, who were very strict about what kind of movies I saw with, like, sexual content when I was a teenager, they took me to see, I think it was Don Giovanni, the Mozart opera that had been made onto film, and it was essentially porn. I mean, looking back on it now, I mean, it was just Don Giovanni, you know, fornicating with tons and tons of women.
This was their interpretation? I mean, it sounds like a racy version of Don Giovanni. I mean, were people actually...
it's true to Mozart, but they just showed, like, more stuff than you normally see in an opera.
So people were naked up there?
People were stark naked, having sex all over the place, and I was, you know, 11 years old. I remember saying to my parents afterwards, you know, well, there's a little shocking. They were like, no, it's art. This is art, you know, because it was Mozart. It's just kind of that weird thing that happens, like art and porn.
Right. If you did the same. Yeah, Bob, help us out with this, Bob.
I'm actually clueless.
Yeah, Bob, maybe you can help us. Yeah, it's it. Bob, why do you keep dragging this show through the gutter?
I have no idea.
You keep pulling us down to your level. No, you're watching it. It's got classical music to it. If there was a wanka wanka chunka wanka to it, it would be porn.
Right. If you had 70s bass line, it would be porn. Not that I've ever seen any, of course.
No, I don't think any of us have.
Right, Bob?
Of course not. Except perhaps as research.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For bass.
Yeah.
For basketball?
Basketball, you had to watch a lot of porn.
You have to understand your character's motivations. That's how I feel.
Exactly. And as a sports announcer, watching porn helps you immensely.
In case of rain delays.
All right. Now listen, Bob, please. Rachel, I apologize. I didn't want him to stay out here, but this is just the kind of filthy man he is.
I'll be over here.
Yeah. You stay right there. Now, in this film, you're playing a pickpocket.
Yeah.
You actually had to learn how to be a pickpocket.
I did, yeah.
Where do you learn to do that? I'd love to know.
It's a good question. Unfortunately, I couldn't meet any real pickpockets. They weren't very interested in coming out the woodwork to train me. So I met he's a magician in Los Angeles, and it's been his lifetime work studying pickpockets, writing books about the psychology of pickpocketing. Right. He told me that it was like he said it's the ultimate passive-aggressive act, and the slang for it is kissing the dog.
Pickpockets call it kissing the dog?
Kissing the
Why
dog.
do they call it kissing the dog?
It's kind of hard to explain. It's like a poem. Like you kind of understand it when you hear it, but it's really hard to explain. It's like basically the idea is because you go up to your victim and it's a very gentle act. You steal from them very gently. You could be like smiling at them and picking their pocket at the same time. The idea, I guess, is that the assumption is that to kiss a dog on the mouth is unpleasant.
It's not that bad.
That's the idea.
Over time, it gets better. Now, Bob, please.
I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
No, but this guy, he's a magician. So what he'll do is he'll go to corporate dinners and he'll get businessmen up on the stage. And he'll say, dude, I'm going to get your watch, your belt, and your wallet. And the businessman goes, no, you're not. And he does. He did it to me. He managed to get my
That's what's amazing, because I'm always convinced that I would feel if my wallet was leaving my pants, I would feel it.
No.
I have one of those big, bulky wallets that has receipts from the late 80s in it, you know? I'm always convinced I would feel it, but I guess you don't, you know?
No, it's
They're
all about
really
the art
good.
of distraction. Like, I would touch you somewhere else.
Oh, Rachel, that would work. Let me assure you. That would work.
Oh, I set myself up for that, didn't I?
Dustin Hoffman's got her purse and her necklace.
That's right. He took everything. He's got your home in Los Angeles and everything.
Dustin's amazing to work with. He really
I can
is.
imagine.
Yeah, it's electric to work with somebody who improvises the whole time.
Right. Well, he's famous for doing that, too.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, before you go, and I'm asking because Bob is here, I know that you're going to your first baseball game ever tonight.
Yes,
Are you really?
I'm going to see the
Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah.
This is he is the world expert on baseball.
Yes.
Anything you want to ask Bob before you go to the game?
Well, I actually kind of understand the rules a little bit because it's, as far as I know, please correct me if I'm wrong, based on the English girls' game, Rounders, which girls have been playing in England for a few hundred years. Is that correct?
Well, it's
No. It's not. Our American pastime is not based on an English girls' game.
Bob?
No!
Bob? It has some of its roots in that.
Some of its roots?
Some of its roots in that.
Get out, buddy. USA. I'm sorry. Look at these people. They'll follow me anywhere. It's based on a girls' game?
Yeah, I used to play it in school. We have...
How many bases?
4. So you
4.
How many do you have?
We have
4.
There you go.
Well, 3 bases at home
3.
plate.
We really 3 bases. I never count home base.
Well, and that's why you never score.
We'll have more Late Night with Bob Costas in just a minute. I will not be here when we return. Our thanks to Rachel Weisz for being here. We'll take a break. Lewis Black when we return. All right.